What if I told you one of Hollywood's biggest stars showed up to the Oscars in biker shorts? Or that a future icon had to style herself from a discount store because no designer wanted to dress her? And which legendary actress wore a gown so controversial, the fashion world called it scandalous, only to later crown it the most iconic dress in Oscars history? Stay with me because every single answer is in this video, and trust me, some of these will genuinely shock you. The Oscars red carpet isn't just about movies. It's about moments, the kind that freeze in your memory forever. A color, a silhouette, a girl who had no idea she was about to become a legend. Today we're diving deep into the most unforgettable Oscar debut looks and the greatest Best Actress fashion moments of the 21st century. From teenage newcomers to seasoned icons, this is the story of Hollywood glamour, one gown at a time. Let's rewind all the way to 1977, and honestly, this one still feels surreal. But before we dive in, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to our channel to help us 10K subscriber. A 14-year-old Jodie Foster arrived at the Academy Awards as a Best Supporting Actress nominee for Taxi Driver. 14 years old. On the Oscars red carpet, she wore a soft floral dress that felt perfectly age-appropriate, sweet, youthful, and genuinely charming. It was the kind of look that said, I belong here without trying too hard. And she did belong there. Then comes a debut that surprises almost everyone when they first see it. In 1986, a 10-year-old Angelina Jolie attended the ceremony with her father, Jon Voight, who was nominated for Runaway Train. She wore a romantic lace gown with big sleeves and pearls, looking sweet, delicate, and almost vintage. Nobody in that crowd knew they were looking at one of the future faces of Hollywood. Now here comes the moment you've been waiting for. 1989. A 26-year-old Demi Moore walked onto that red carpet in a self-designed gown. Instead of trusting an established designer, she built her own look, combining a corset, a draped fabric skirt, and biker shorts. Yes, biker shorts. At the Oscars, the result was a genuinely confusing mix of casual and formal that left the fashion world completely speechless. It has gone down in history as one of the most talked about red carpet missteps ever, and you have to respect the boldness, even if the execution missed the mark. But that same year, 1989, another future star was making her debut, and she went in the complete opposite direction. A 17-year-old Winona Ryder kept it effortlessly simple with a tiny black slip dress that felt playful, youthful, and very late-80s cool. No gimmicks, just instinct. And it worked perfectly. By 1990, Julia Roberts made her first Oscars red carpet appearance fresh off Steel Magnolias, wearing a sleek slip dress and sparkling chandelier earrings. Simple yet striking, a preview of the superstar she was about to become. 1991 brought another future legend. A 23-year-old Nicole Kidman attended alongside her then-husband, Tom Cruise, dressed in a black velvet mini dress with sheer tights. Sleek, a little playful, and very early-90s in the best possible way. And now, here's the story that really says something about Hollywood at the time. In 1992, Sharon Stone walked that carpet wearing a polyester jumpsuit she styled herself from Betsey Johnson. Why? Because major designers weren't yet lining up to dress her. Her career hadn't exploded just yet. But here's the thing, even without the big fashion houses, she walked that carpet with undeniable star power. The clothes didn't make Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone made the clothes. 1993 gave us Emma Thompson in a soft green Caroline Charles two-piece, a beaded bodice with flowing trousers. Relaxed, but genuinely elegant. And here's a detail that makes this even better. Valentino himself reportedly couldn't believe she had settled for a non-couture designer. But that's exactly what made her look feel so effortless and real. She wasn't dressing for the industry. She was dressing for herself. In 1994, a 21-year-old Gwyneth Paltrow made her Oscars debut in a strapless silver column gown paired with a pearl choker. Quietly elegant. A subtle hint of the red carpet sophistication she'd go on to define throughout the decade. 1996 delivered two unforgettable debuts in one night. Halle Berry glowed in a soft lavender gown with delicate draping and a flowing scarf detail. The whole look felt romantic, graceful, and completely captivating. And at that same ceremony, a 20-year-old Kate Winslet arrived after earning her first nomination for Sense and Sensibility, wearing a bright Barbie pink ball gown. Bold, youthful, and absolutely impossible to miss. By 1999, Cate Blanchett was making her first Oscars appearance as a nominee for Elizabeth, choosing a delicate embroidered gown with a sheer back that felt almost ethereal. Intricate, elegant, and instantly memorable. The early 2000s brought more iconic first steps. In 2000, Penelope Cruz stepped onto the carpet in a rich sapphire satin gown with a matching shawl. Classic Hollywood glamour, polished and effortlessly striking. In 2002, a 19-year-old Kirsten Dunst walked in a soft blush-beaded gown, delicate, romantic, and perfectly matching her vintage-inspired style. 2009 saw Viola Davis arrive as a first-time nominee for Doubt, stunning in a radiant gold halter gown that felt powerful, regal, and completely commanding. In 2012, Emma Stone lit up the carpet in a striking red gown with a dramatic bow at the shoulder, playful but elegant, perfectly capturing her charm. And in 2014, Margot Robbie leaned fully into old Hollywood glamour with a sleek black gown, soft waves, and bold red lipstick. From the very first moment, she looked like she'd been doing this her whole life. Now let's talk about the looks that accompanied history being made. In 2000, Hilary Swank accepted her first Oscar for Boys Don't Cry in a strapless bronze Randolph Duke gown. It was understated on top, dramatic below, quietly powerful. No excess, no distractions. Proof that sometimes the calmest look makes the loudest statement. A year later, Julia Roberts delivered one of the most iconic Oscar fashion moments of all time. That black and white Valentino gown. Elegant, theatrical, and instantly timeless. You didn't just see the dress. You felt the moment. Then came the answer to that question we asked at the very beginning. In 2002, Halle Berry's Ellie Saab gown was considered scandalous by the Oscars crowd. The top was open, floral, and unlike anything that had walked those stairs before. But as Halle Berry herself recalled, "I just remember feeling really great in this dress. And the rest, as they say, is history." That gown is now recognized as one of the most iconic dresses in awards history, just like her landmark Best Actress win that night. 2003 saw Nicole Kidman become the first Australian actress to win an Oscar, and she did it in a black one-shouldered Jean-Paul Gaultier gown that redefined modern elegance. Clean lines, sculptural draping, and total confidence. In 2004, Charlize Theron arrived in liquid gold Tom Ford for Gucci looking, and this is not an exaggeration, like the Oscar statuette had come to life. Reese Witherspoon went in a completely different direction in 2006, wearing a vintage 1955 Christian Dior gown she found in a Paris boutique. It was a reminder that fashion history can be just as powerful as modern design. 2009 brought Kate Winslet's long-awaited win, dressed in an Atelier Yves Saint Laurent gown that struck a perfect balance between softness and structure, very much in sync with the moment she had been working toward her entire career. Natalie Portman in 2011 wore a violet Rodarte dress that celebrated her pregnancy rather than concealing it, gentle, intentional, and deeply personal. Then Meryl Streep in 2012, accepting her third Academy Award in gold Lanvin, strong shoulders, flew. ID draping, warm metallic glow. A legend fully owning her place in film history. Jennifer Lawrence in 2013 wore a Dior ball gown blending old Hollywood volume with modern restraint. Cate Blanchett in 2014 chose a nude-toned Armani gown. Soft draping, subtle sparkle, and absolute control. Oscar perfection. Julianne Moore in 2015 dominated in a custom white Chanel by Karl Lagerfeld. Heavily embellished, perfectly fitted, and undeniably regal. Then 2017 belonged to Emma Stone, who won Best Actress for La La Land in a Givenchy haute couture gown with gold fringe and old Hollywood sparkle. One of those rare moments where everything dress, film, and emotion aligned perfectly. Olivia Colman in 2019 chose quiet restraint in a forest green Prada gown. letting her warmth and personality do all the talking. Renee Zellweger in 2020 went sleek and sculpted in a one-shoulder Armani column. No theatrics, just confidence. And in 2024, Emma Stone returned for her second Best Actress win in a mint green Louis Vuitton peplum dress. Playful yet elegant. Fresh, intentional, and quietly historic. From Jodie Foster at 14 to Emma Stone, making history twice. The Oscars' red carpet has always been more than fashion. It's been storytelling. Every gown, every choice, every debut tells you exactly who these women were in that moment, and sometimes who they were about to become. If you made it this far, you already know which look was your favorite. Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe because we're just getting started.